Hello, fellow Libgdx jammers. I've been looking at all your other entries for the 2015-2016 December Libgdx Jam, A Life in Space, the theme, and I've been very impressed with the entries. Some really, really good technical stuff out there. I'm going to look forward to finding out how you made all your games. So here's my entry for the Jam. So I remembered ages ago I was listening to the Voyager. So this is a Voyager satellite, and they sent out in the 1970s, and it's currently left our solar system. And on this satellite, there is a disk. So here's a little disk here, and it contains the sounds of Earth. It was a time capsule made by principally Carl Sagan, and it contains what they thought was prominent sounds of Earth. Is to tell aliens, it is for aliens to pick it up, what Earth is like. So there's sounds of Earth, there are also some pictures on there, and it's just giving an idea what it's like here. So here is the flip side of the disc. So the flip side of the disc shows them how to play the disc, and it also has a map to the Earth. So it has the Earth in the centre, that's the centre of the universe length 2, and then it's got the distance to different pulsars. The idea is they can see where pulsars are and work out where we are. It's all based on the time period of from electron flip up, electron flip down, so quite complicated physics, and then this strange binary notation around the outside that tells them how long the disc has to be played for. So I got thinking, I find this a little bit confusing. Imagine what an alien would make of this. They've got this strange object, this strange notation, this strange physics, and they've got to make the most of it. And I thought that'd be a brilliant premise for a little game based on life in space. So, to get to my game, here it is. Let's put this down as well. So, here we have got a little alien. He's got the disc off the satellite, and I've put him on the alien. He doesn't know how fast to spin the disc. So I've got him, so he's got 3 legs, and he runs on A, S, and D. So if you see down this corner, you've got a pitch. So as he runs faster, the pitch of the record increases. You should hopefully start to hear. So I've gone a bit higher there, 1.4. I'm going to put a little meter in to tell you when you're roughly on the money, the speed it is. And when you think you know what the sound is, the alien can look through his telescope towards Earth, and you say, well, what do I think this sound is? Do I think it's a train? Do you think it's someone welding? Or do I think it's a cafe? You need a better photo for that, but everything's going to be changed a little bit for the final project. So you have to then click on which one you think this is. That's not been implemented yet. And then you'll get a point, you get a score, and then we'll go through the different images. So I want to use the actual sounds from the disc, which I believe you can find on NASA's SoundCloud. And there's a few things I want to change. The alien animation I want to improve. I might do a little tutorial video on how to do the little animation for Libgdx, because there's nothing really out there right now as far as I can see. It's not very complicated. The disc turn doesn't work very well. I got it smooth by cheating a bit, but it does go in and out for some reason. Well, I don't know why it does that, but what's sort of happening. I like to put a Gaussian blur on the disc as it speeds up to make it look a bit like it's moving, but again, a week to go. I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time doing it as much as I'd love to really polish this up. Alien wants to be a bit smaller, school move over a little meter. So you've got quite a lot of different improvements to get, so hopefully I'll get all these done in the next week. The last thing to probably mention is my GitHub. If you want to come and look at the source code, please feel free. So here is the sounds of Earth, the right mode sounds of Earth, and here's all the code. You can play around them as you like. Tell me how to refactor my code, that'd be beautiful. This is a very early project for me, I've never done one of these before. Oh, the only last thing to say is I am using Overlap 2D because I wanted to learn how to use it. So where is it? Is it that one? Yes, here we go. Overlap 2D, so it's beautiful in the way you can just drag and drop things around, so they can move bits and pieces all over the place. Save, export, and if I rerun Android Studio, run this, did I export? I hope I exported.